Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design. Today we are talking about planner dividers. If you're not sure what a planner divider is, it is one of these, and this is the Happy Planner ones clearly, but yes, it's a little cardstock sheet. Typically has a little tab on it. Sometimes they have the months on, sometimes they have other stuff, sometimes they're blank, and when you open it, it's usually got your monthly spread. Now if you pick up out-of-date planners like I do, or 18-month planners that have a full 6 months, you can get like 6 months, and then like that 6 months is out of date usually when I pick them up, and then you've got the full year ahead. But there's usually real good bargains to have, and I do have a video all about how to use out-of-date planners here, and this is a continuation of that. How do you use the dividers, or reuse the dividers, or repurpose them? And I'm going to talk about 12 ways that we can reuse and repurpose our planner dividers. All right, the first thing that I want to mention is you can just reuse it as an actual monthly divider. So if I find planners on sale, out of date, expired planners on sale, I usually pick them up if I like the covers, the dividers, and the discs. If I like something about it for like $5, I will pick it up. Case in point, I had this one in one of my planners recently this year. I don't know which one it was. I don't like this divider. It is just a bit blur for my taste. So I took the August out of the planner and I went through my stash and I picked an August and I just literally replaced it one for one. So if you find that there is a divider in your current planner that you do not like, change it. Just pick up the other planners and just replace it one for one. Simple as that. Along the same lines, you can use these in different planners. So this is for the classic. I could use this in my skinny. I just have to cut it down and then repunch, and I've got a divider for my skinny. Same with the mini. I can do exactly the same thing. For the big, this is the letter size big Happy Planner size. I would just literally cut off the binding off of here, trim it off. It's like literally like a ½ inch, and then pick a coordinating cardstock. I've just got white so you can see, but pick a coordinating cardstock, plop it down so that your tab is showing and you are golden. You're golden, you're done. There's nothing else you need to do. You can add washi, you can add other stuff, but there's nothing else you need to do. That would be perfect. So you can use it in other planners too. The other thing that you can do if you like the divider, but this is out of date, or you don't like this, which is usually mine. This was an extension pack. It's color blocked. I hate the color blocking. You could just literally put a printable over there, adhere it down, punch it, and you're done. You could put a printable in, you could put patterned paper in, you could do 100 different things there, and you're done. So yeah, don't think that you're stuck with what you have. The other thing is, this is the extension pack, so this is nothing on it. There's nothing on the little tab. These have got June on the tab. All you have to do is get yourself a skinny box, put that over there, and you're good. That's all you got to do, and you can repurpose that as many ways as you wanted to. If they were white like this, you could even just white it out. Or if you have a little label maker that has white tape in it, you could just put that straight over there too. Push comes to shove, what you can also do is cut the tab off and make your own tab. I do sell a printable that will do that for you, but also you can do it with these. They come in 2 different sizes, and they just have a little tab on the end. You just remove the adhesive, slip it over the corner, and you are good. Always great to have. I will link them down below. The other thing that you can do is some Happy Planner books actually have tabs in them. You can also use stickers, like 2 stickers of the same shape, and sandwich them one either side. It could be a box, it could be a shape, it could be anything. So yeah, you can also use stickers to do this. So there's tons of ways that you can make this. Think outside the box. So that's the first way. All of that was the first way. Number 2, you can make a dashboard. Now, to make a dashboard, usually at the front of your planner, you have a monthly dashboard, something that you turn to and it's like, it's current, or maybe it's something that you want to see all the time. Maybe it's this, but you don't need the tab. You can just cut the tab off and then use this as your dashboard. And that is what you use. The other thing that you can do, especially if it's like this, and it's basically patterned cardstock at this point, you can tear it, rip it, cut it up, use it as patterned paper in your planner. Example here, I tore this here, I tore this bit here, added some boxes and quotes, done. Super easy, and you're using stuff that you already have in your stash. If they're like this, they're patterned paper. They're just patterned paper at this point. The fourth thing that you can do is you can make like a monthly section in your planner where you have a little extension pack almost, where each of the monthly dividers has something on the back, and then it just flips to another dashboard monthly. So it's just like divider, 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 and you only have one page. And case in point would be this. This is my September divider here. That would normally go to my monthly, right? Let's say this was August. I Frankenplan these pages together, and then my currently pages here, and I can just put my monthly highlights here. I can memory keep, I can add goals, I can add journaling, I could do my cleaning list, I could do anything on here and have it all in its own section. It could be budgeting. Lots of options for a single page divider section. I hope that makes sense. So yeah, if you're looking for a little budget planner, don't spend a fortune on a budget planner. That makes no sense to me. Buy an old planner, literally glue the currently page to the divider, and then do your budgeting on there. And then you've got a budget planner for like $5 rather than paying like full price. Don't pay full price. So I will show you what I normally do for that, and that is this. This is my September divider. I add my monthly goals to my September divider, and then October has my Fly Lady. It could be anything like that. Maybe you have your cleaning list, maybe it's your monthly goals, maybe it's your budgeting, but it's attached straight to the monthly divider. All right, the fifth way that you can use your dividers, your old dividers, your out of date or whatever dividers, is you can make your own pocket pages. If you like storing things in your planner, but you're like, I don't have enough pocket pages, all you need is 2 of these and some strong adhesive. I recommend the red line tape to tape these down. I'm going to choose these 2 because they've got similar colors and you're not getting any glare off the pages. But let's say that I wanted this one to be my bottom so that the top's showing, and I want this one to be on the top. All I would have to do is tear it, cut it, wherever I want the lip, and then adhere the 3 bottom corners with red line tape, and I've got a little pocket page that would look something like that. And I've got a little pocket page that I could use there. You just need some red line tape. You can cut off your tab. You could do, if you were really careful, is attach the tabs together and do it that way. So yeah, there's tons of options there to make your own pocket pages, flip out pages, or anything like that. Super easy when you've got multiple dividers. Pick the out of date planners up. There's so many ways to use these. Tip number 6, and I've shared this one before in the quotes video, but if you have a page that you love, or maybe it's a seasonal thing and you're just like, I love this, this is beautiful, I want to keep this, trim it down, maybe mount it on some white paper, and then slip it in one of these little poster holders. And you could have this in display in your office, in your home, in your entrance. Like, I mean, how beautiful does that look? Especially with the white background. It's like almost like it's like framed, right? So yeah, again, you would take this off, you would cut the binding off and just have the middle bit, if you like. Again, these little acrylic holders, I will try and link them down below, but they're available everywhere. So good for repurposing your planner dividers. Tip number 7, and that is to make your divider into a planner cover. Now, you could make it into a full-size planner cover. If you are making it into a full-size planner cover, you might need to add a little border with some cardstock. That is always an option. You might need to add a little border with some cardstock, but I would most likely use this and make my own cover. Like figure out what size I wanted, cut around it, and again, laminate it, put clear sticker paper on it, and then you've got a cover in the design of your divider. Another good way of doing it and making your own sizes of planners is to cut, and then literally fold in half, laminate, punch, and then you've got your little planner. Simple. Simple. It's so easy to do, people. It's so easy. Tip number 8, and that is to make bookmarks. So when I'm talking about bookmarks, I'm talking about these things. If you don't have any of these and you're like, you know what, I'd quite like some of these, you can make them yourself. Get your paper, figure out your width that you want to cut them to. Again, you just use your little Avery labels and put one of those at the top. Super easy, super cheap. Cheap as chips. The other thing that you can do, and this is another way that you can reuse this, is just think about it as cardstock. Cut them into chunks. Let's say they're like 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Adhere 2 together back to back and use them as actual bookmarks for actual books. Tip number 9, and that is you can use these as whiteboards. So I have this one. This says bring your own sunshine. It's an extension pack. I don't like this. I can put this on here. I adhere this. Then I cover it with transparent draw liner stuff, and I have a video all about this. I will link here. I cover it, and then I've got a whiteboard, and then I can put on my cleaning list, I can put on my meal plans, I can just brainstorm on it, all kinds of things. And then it's just one tab and I know where it is. Maybe it's a brain dump and I just brain dump on it. Maybe it's another printable and it's a checklist and you just check off stuff. The 10th way that you can use your old planner dividers is you can make yourself like a little post-it command center thing. You can make yourself a little post-it section. So you would literally somewhere that you could house, I talked about this in my previous video, you could house all of your post-it notes that you might want to use during the week. A couple of ways that you can do this. If the tab works for you, you can keep the tab and you can keep the full size and you just use the whole thing. You put your post-it notes on it and you're done. Or you could cut it down. You can cut it down 2 ways. If you don't have a punch, keep this side, cut this side off, make it a half page maybe. You could even, if you like the design, just literally fold it in half, just cut the tab off, fold it in half, and then glue it, and then you're good. And then you could add, again, one of your little tabs to the top, and then stick your post-its down onto your command center. And that's where you keep all of your post-its for your planner. Number 11, and that is you can use them for other projects. So if you have something that requires filing, maybe you've got like greeting cards and they're filed by different stuff, or if you have, well, those like little flashcard things. I can't think what they're called, the flashcard things. Like these card things, what are these called? These have got a name, I can't think what they're called. But if you have like a little, one of the little filing things that they go in, and you're like, I want a tab that goes on there, literally put that there, cut, and then you have a filing tab for whatever you need. Again, it could be that you have cards in a box and you're like, these are all Christmas cards, these are all birthday cards, these are thank you cards, and you have 4 or 5 little dividers to separate the sections. So use them for other dividers in other projects and stuff like that. All right, tip number 12 and your final one, and that is when you have stuff like this, when it's just a pattern, think of it as just pattern paper or cardstock and use it in your other crafting projects. So if you are a scrapbooker, a card maker, art journaler, or anything like that, then you could use it in those projects. Think about this, cutting this out, again, about this size, right? Think about cutting it about that size and then using it as a card base. So if you think you don't have cards This is an easy way to make yourself some pattern paper and make yourself some cards. You just need a little bit of a sentiment thing in the corner, boom, done. All right, my friends, that is 12 ways that you can reuse and repurpose your planner dividers. If you have some more, let me know in the comments down below if they're on a similar vein. Yeah, just chuck it down below in the comments, because I think this is a great way to show you that just because you have all of these, you can use them in so many different ways in so many different projects. I have so many of these from planners that I've used before, especially when I buy the 18-month planners and there's 6 months that I don't need. I still save them. I save them in case I want to change out my dividers and stuff like that. And thinking about that, for example, this is my decorative journal. I don't use the monthly, I don't use anything. I'm literally just using old dividers and then some dot grid paper. So if you're looking for an easy way to make a decorative journal, use your dividers and some dot grid paper, you are done. All right, so again, if you have any other suggestions, pop them down in the comments. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye.